P.O.L.
Yo, what up y'all, Intravenous here, back with another episode. Today we are taking a look at 8 cheap PS5 games that you can buy right now, new and sealed on Amazon.com. Perfect in comparison to some of those $80 games that are coming out right now on the Nintendo Switch 2, for example. You can get a lot of these games for $20 or less, and they look even better than any Nintendo Switch 2 game. So without any further ado, let's get into that first game. First up, we're taking a look at Watch Dogs Legion. This game is just under $14 on Amazon.com right now. I personally have never played any of the Watch Dogs games, so this is going to be my first experience here. And yes, all the games that we're looking at today are brand new and sealed. Even I will be taking a look at them for the first time here as we open them on the channel. I'll leave links for all these in the description below. I'll also be putting the official prices on screen for what I actually paid for these. So here we have Watch Dogs Legion. This is the third game in the Watch Dogs series. Most of these probably won't have anything inside the case because that's how these newer games are, you know. And we don't have to look at the bottoms because these are brand new discs. But the Watch Dogs games seem to have a pretty good reputation. I've heard mixed reviews on Legion, but at the same time, it's got like a little more than 7 out of 10 star rating online, so that could be pretty cool. Anyone can be your weapon. It's time to take back London, and anyone you see can be recruited to your resistance. All characters are playable. That sounds pretty weird and cool. So I don't really know what to expect here, but that's pretty neat, you know. $14, can't complain. Next up we have Unknown 9 Awakening. I got Unknown 9 Awakening for $18.99 on Amazon.com. This game I chose just completely on a whim, looking at reviews and prices, of course. And it seemed very interesting. Never heard of it before. It's from Reflector. I have heard of Bandai Namco, though. And, you know, I bet this one's probably pretty cool. Something about it seems pretty neat. Believe in the unknown. You are Haruna, a questor born with the ability to venture into a mysterious dimension, the Fold. On her quest for hidden knowledge, she must learn to master its powers to fight a secret society with a hostile agenda. That sounds pretty cool. I really like jumping into games these days that I have no idea what to expect. It's almost more fun to me to pop in a game completely clueless about what it's going to play like. To an extent. I mean, I don't want to pop in a game and find out that I'm playing a NASCAR racing game or something, or MotoGP. But, you know, if it's a game, this is Unknown 9 Awakening. And, you know, we got this stuff. They even save, at least they save some paper by putting this stuff on the inside of the cover, slipcover there, but it also just doesn't look very, very nice. But that said, this cover looks nice, and I think this should be pretty fun. And heck, $19. Can I go wrong? We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you've played Unknown 9 Awakening. Now we have Fort Solace. Fort Solace comes in at $19.98, I believe. And this is from Black Drakkar Games, Fallen Leaf, and Merge. It says this comes with a downloadable art book and soundtrack. And it has some, I guess, some named actors and actresses here, voice actors. We got Roger Clark, Julia Brown, and Troy Baker. Welcome to Fort Solace. Explore Fort Solace. Explore the mysterious Fort Solace and piece together the mystery that has befallen Jack O'Leary. Immersive storytelling, stunning visuals, and a gripping story deliver a next-level immersive experience. I think this one is more one of those like interactive movie type deals. I want to say that when I read through the reviews of this one, It sounded like it was a pretty compelling, sort of short game, maybe like a few hours, and you can play through the story. Maybe there's multiple endings and stuff. That's what I got from this. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you know anything about Fort Solace. But once again, I'm excited to jump into something completely unknown. Let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, well, there is something in there. My disc has been loose. Got a code there for the digital soundtrack and stuff. I may have blurred that out if I want to keep that. So yeah, this one should be interesting, I think. Let me know what you know about Fort Solace on the PS5. Alright, here's one that many may have heard of. And I think this is supposed to be one of the most graphically impressive games on the PlayStation 5, the Kalisto Protocol. This one came in somewhere around $20, I think. Fear takes no prisoners. On Jupiter's dead moon, a mysterious outbreak has thrown Black Iron Prison into chaos. Fight to survive the unspeakable horrors of Kalisto and uncover its dark secrets. This is a survival horror game, I guess, and I have heard some people talk about this, saying that it was definitely worth playing, if not just for the visuals alone. But I've also heard that maybe the story in full leaves a little to be desired. But we'll see, you know. Everyone has their own opinions there. My slipcover's slightly coming out. What's up with that? Let's pull that back. So we got Kalisto Protocol. Nothing fun inside there. The Ultra HD Blu-ray. This is a Craft-On game. Skybound. Striking Distance. I'm looking forward to playing this one just because of the graphics alone. Sometimes I just like seeing what the PS5 can do. I also like survival horror games though. And this cover and the back and everything really remind me of the Alien movies. I love the Alien movies, so this should be fun, I think. Here's a cool one. This is a special edition. The Ascent Cyber Edition. I got this for $19.95, somewhere along those lines, from Amazon.com. And yes, you get this nice, thick special edition, which comes with a bunch of stuff inside here. I always think it's a good idea to get a special edition if you find it for a cheap price like this. I mean, all the packings alone are probably worth it, and then if you're the type of person that collects, to have something worth more in the future, something to maintain some value, I would say that the special editions are probably where it's at. So it's a little harder to open. There we go. The Ascent, actually this game was recently added to Game Pass, I think, if you have Xbox. It's also available to stream on PlayStation Plus on things like the Portal and your PlayStation console and stuff. This is cool, man. I like this. So we just got a regular box that you open from the top. We'll try to get it open without bending it. I hate bending this flap. It's tough though. Come on, there we go. I got it. Minimal bending. Nice. I got a steel book in there, an art book, and a sealed game, it looks like. Love it. I really like steel books, y'all. I don't know about you, but this is my first PS5 steelbook. Looks nice too. I like that's got some feels to it. Nice and shiny. Oh yeah, this is sick. So the steelbooks. Don't look at my code. The steelbooks never come with the game in them. At least not usually. You have to put the game in them. I would say never. Never say never, but look at this. The artwork of the Ascent. This looks sick too. Kind of looks like some cyberpunk mixed with Alien or something like that. More just really cyberpunky, actually. Huh. Very cool. Will that fit in there? It'd be cool if the book fit in the steelbook. It does not, though. Let's open up the main game here. So I guess if you get the game non-Cyber Edition, this is what you'll get. If you don't care about that steelbook and art book. But I think I only paid $1 more for this. I think $18.99 was the non-Cyber, $19.99 was the Cyber version, or maybe it was like $17.99, $18.99, something like that. Really good deal. Can't pass it up. And there is our game, which we will take out and place in the metal steel booklet. Some weird smeary marks in here. I'm not used to seeing stuff like that. So, defects in the plastic. Cool. I'm excited. I've played this one a little bit, and it seems like it's right up my alley. It's like a kind of an ode to older games, because it's not all first person or close-up 3D. It's not super about the graphics. Graphics are great and stuff, but it's more like a top-down view type run and gun type game, sort of. That's what I got from it. Very cool. Cannot go wrong with that price and this value of content. Here's one that I don't know anything about, also from Bandai Namco, Scarlet Nexus. I want to say I got this one for around $23.99. Scarlet Nexus. This one actually seems pretty fun. Check out the artwork back here. I love the games with like the anime style artwork. We are all connected. Dive into a brain punk future. A brain punk future caught between technology and psychic abilities. I've never heard of brain punk. Got deep customizable psychic combat. Defeat the others. 2 connected storylines. I think this is kind of like a hack and slash beat 'em up style game, but I don't really know, honestly. Looking at the cover, I never would have expected what I see on the back here, because the front makes me think of something kind of like Killzone. I don't know. Let's see what's inside. Scarlet Nexus. I am also excited to play this. For the previously stated reasons, I have no idea what I'm getting into, and it also looks very pretty. Hey, alright, what do we got here? So this is based on an anime, I guess. Funimation. Link your minds, unlock the future. Scarlet Nexus. Stream the anime on Funimation.com. Summer 2021. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch the anime then and see what that's all about. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Neat, I like it. Have you ever played Scarlet Nexus? Let me know. As we're getting down to our last 2 games, we have one that everybody is aware of probably. Final Fantasy 16. I have not played Final Fantasy 16 yet. I picked this one up because, well, I mean, do you really have to say a whole lot? I think Final Fantasy has gone through a lot of phases, and looking at the cover and the graphics and everything of this, I feel like they went kind of a little bit of a return to form, maybe, compared to 15. 15, I really didn't like the combat system. I'm hoping they got something better here for combat. I have no idea exactly, because I haven't seen any gameplay footage, but Final Fantasy 16 is somewhere around $30, so I'll put the price up here, of course. And it's Final Fantasy, yo. I probably would have paid $40 or upwards of $50 for this, maybe. But I would have waited longer. See, I got it at this price. It is still this price. But I didn't know for how long, and I was like, ooh, I gotta get that. Get off of here. Yeah, yeah. Had to get it in case the price went back up. The Final Fantasy games tend to, you know, steadily drop at an affordable rate, it seems, until they one day become expensive and valuable again. And this cover is just sick, man. I like that. I'm always excited to get into a Final Fantasy game. Some of them more than others, but the first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy VIII, actually. I really liked it. Most people go for 7 or 9. We got Final Fantasy Online stuff. Heaven's Ward. Heaven's Ward. What is that? Oh, is that... I don't know if that's like a DLC or something. Got a reversible cover. That's the other cover right there. That one's pretty cool too. Huh, let's flip it around just for the sake of flipping it around. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That looks pretty cool. I like it. Fate is written in fire. Break your bonds. Embrace Clive's iconic power. And summon your destiny. Dynamic action RPG combat. Immense icon battles. And dark fantasy world. Very cool, man. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of time to invest in this one, but I'm excited to play it. Make sure you see the health and safety warnings in that settings menu. Probably for people with like epilepsy or something. Neat. I love the feeling of all these fresh new games. Oh no, I left off the goodies. Get back in there, you. Alright, now finally we have Trinity Trigger. This one was $30. But I saved it for last because it is the most expensive. It seems to have gone back up to $50. I would keep an eye on it and see if that price drops again. Trinity Trigger Day 1 Edition is from Exceed Games. And it comes with some real goodies. We got the game in here. But then we also have a double CD soundtrack. Got the music on 2 discs. All kinds of good music that we got. 33 tracks on disc 1 and 63 altogether across the 2. That's very cool. I like that they're actually on CDs instead of a digital download. And then there's also this sweet art book in here. And then this box is cool too. I like the way it opens up. It's a little longer than most boxes. It makes it harder to put on the shelf kind of and look uniform, but still. Got all this great artwork in here. This game is it's a top-down like dungeon crawler action RPG. Seems very Zelda-like, especially looking at some of this artwork. This just screams Zelda to me. Legend of Zelda. But I played it for a little bit. I started playing it, it was late at night, and it was so late that I started to fall asleep, and then I turned it on the next day. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was wandering around in the dungeon. It seemed like I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, so I'm going to restart it again, but good, they even have a mimic chest there. There's a lot of stuff that seem to call back to other games. There are swords, but then there's also guns, I think. There are creatures that look like Pokemon. Like this guy, Rye. Xantis's Trigger and Best Bud. Rye can't resist poking fun at Xantis whenever the opportunity arises. He's always bright, cheerful, and amped up, but the circumstances behind his birth are surprisingly sad. Evolved form? Yeah, what are these Pokemon? I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this one too, you know? I'm excited about all of them. I get excited about video games. I don't know about you, but this one was a deal. Like I said, you ever come across those special editions? They're like 20 or 30 bucks. You got to pick them up, especially because sometimes they might quickly go back up in price. And inside, we actually have a manual in the game too. So we got a box, we got the art book, we got the CDs, and we got a full-blown manual. You can switch characters here. It's real-time action, of course. Here's some of the characters. There's Rye. Triggers can transform into weapons. And these are triggers. So these Pokemon characters are like triggers. That's what they're called. I don't know. Seems pretty neat. This one will be really fun. Really fun. They'll probably all be fairly fun, you know? And that's the last one. Last one there. Trinity Trigger. What do y'all think about that? Have you ever played Trinity Trigger? Have you ever heard of it? This one's also on the Nintendo Switch and possibly the other consoles as well. I'm not really sure. So there we have it, y'all. A little recap. I think one of the coolest was this. The Ascent. I don't know though, there's a lot of cool stuff here. Have you guys played any of these games? Let me know, you know. I like collecting games, I'm not gonna lie, and I like collecting for the PS5. It's such a good time to collect for the PS5, or as far as any game consoles are concerned. There are brand new games coming out for the console that are like $70, but then there are so many games you can get for 10, 20, 30 bucks. Some real good stuff, and so much more available than, say, the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch, as far as I know. There's a lot of it out there on PC and stuff, but hey, PS5 is fun. They're all fun. If you like this, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. It really helps me out and encourages me to make more videos. I've got a lot more coming. We're going to do some more game pickup videos. I've been picking up some Atari 7800 games, some PS3 games, PS4 games, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I guess I'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Well, that was just childhood. We were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tetherball reaching the sky.